Welcome everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. In today's video, it's going to be a lot of fragrances. That's why I'm trying to speak as fast as possible, and I'm trying to get through all of these as fast as possible because I don't want to make a very long video. So basically, I'm trying to show you here what have I actually worn this summer. And if you don't know, if you don't live in the UK, summer is not actually a proper summer. It's actually a couple of days, and when put together, like 3 days it's warm, then it's going to be not cold, but it's going to be like springtime temperature. Then it's going to be a couple of more, 2-3 more days when it's going to be warm, maybe like summer, maybe a bit colder, not exactly to be going out in a t-shirt. And all put together, let's say it's going to be like a couple of weeks of proper summer, maybe 2 weeks, not a couple, maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So that's why these fragrances, even though there are lots of them, I've worn them maybe once or twice, and most of them I didn't get to wear too many times just because I didn't have enough proper summer days to wear them. So let's begin very fast. Not going to talk too much about the fragrances, just a brief description, but I want to get through all of these. So I'm going to begin with the ones that I've worn the least. First, Escada Sentiment pour Homme. This one I've worn it maybe once because, like I've said, it's not warm enough for this fragrance to really shine in the hot summer days. The next one, it's exactly the same case with John Barbatos Artisan. It needs to be warm for this fragrance to actually perform well. It does perform well on my skin, even though in general it doesn't, but it has to be warm outside. The next one, worn it only once, Aqua Di Montizola. This is one from Italy, and I've worn it just because it reminds me of the good summer holidays 2-3 years ago. But when I wear it now, it's just, I think it's too sweet in a feminine way, and I usually don't mind fragrances being a bit feminine, but I think it's just too sweet to be worn during the hot days of summer. The next one, by Loewe, Agua de Loewe L. This one is similar to Nautica Voyage, higher quality, longer lasting also, not as sweet as Nautica Voyage, that's why I prefer this one, but I didn't get to wear it that much. Maybe I don't really like this DNA that much, that's why I don't go for it for many times. The next one is going to be Arabian Nights by Jesus del Pozo. This one is my to-go fragrance when I get bored of the regular summer fragrances and I want an oriental that can be worn during the summer. This one is a freshy oriental and I really like it. Long lasting, not offensive. And I find that maybe a cheaper alternative to this one could be Versace Oud Al Misk. The next one is going to be also from the house of Loewe Solo Sport. This one I wore it maybe 2 times. One time is because I'm missing the scent. I want to wear it to remind myself of how this fragrance smells. And the second time to test its performance because it simply doesn't perform too well, and I want to figure out if I want to keep it in my collection or just let it go. I find that it's a bit similar to Chanel's Allure Edition Blanche. The next one is the same case with Penhaligon's Castile. I've worn this one again twice. One time because I like how it smells. It's similar to Neroli Portofino, smoother and a bit more manly. And I like it, I really like the scent, but again, it just doesn't perform very well, not even in hot summer days. So for this reason, I wanted to figure out if I want to rebuy it, but I don't think it's worth the money for its poor performance. The next one, again one from Loewe, and this one is the better summer version of the original Solo. It's longer lasting than the sport version. It's a sour fruit fragrance with the original Loewe Solo DNA, and then dries down to a manly powdery aftershave. Next one, Eau de Rochas by Rochas. I didn't get to wear this one too many times, even though I wish I could, but the burst of fresh, zesty lemon that this one opens up with, it just, I didn't get enough many hot days of summer to actually wear this one, to actually enjoy that really nice lemon smell. The next one is not actually a summer fragrance, but I've worn this one a couple of times. This is Essenza di Roma Uomo by Laura Biagietti. This wouldn't normally be a summer fragrance, but it has a bay leaf note in the fragrance, which gives it like a minty freshness. And I've actually got to wear it a couple of times, and this is actually a really good version of the original Roma Uomo. Next one, Creed Aventus. I wore this one a couple of times. It's, what can I say about it? It's awesome. Versace Man Eau Fresh. This is like the absolute summer fragrance. Didn't get to wear it too often because, again, not too many days of proper summer to wear this one. But I actually love this scent. That's why I have this huge 200 ml bottle, and I have a backup of 50 ml. Cool Water by Davidoff. Just simply easy to wear, easy to grab. That's why this one gets more wearings than the others, even though I wouldn't necessarily put it as a summer fragrance, but it's so easy to wear even in the summer. Almost the same case as I don't think it's necessarily a summer fragrance. Fragonard Cologne Grand Luxe. This one, again, similar to Neroli Portofino, but feels like an updated version with a more sweetness added to it. That's why I think it can be worn during other seasons. Performs well. It's just so easy to wear, easy to grab, long lasting, even though it's a cologne. Again, one easy to wear. That's why it's upper place on this list. It's CK All by Calvin Klein, of course. This one is simply, some days I'm looking at the shelves with the fragrances, and I spent a couple of minutes just looking around, and I'm not sure what to wear, so I just grabbed this bottle, and that's it. The next one is my indoors fragrance for the summer, Eau d'Orange Verte by Hermes. This is a very refreshing fragrance. This is just one of the most, it's actually the most refreshing fragrance in my collection. Next one, L'Homme Ideal Cologne. This one is probably the most summer-like fragrance that got to be worn the most during this summer. It's just a very refreshing version of the original L'Homme Ideal. Long lasting, very unique as an overall summer fragrance. I absolutely love this one. It's too bad it has been discontinued. Also, this one, Loewe Solo Sport, which I said it could be similar to Chanel's Allure Sport Edition, Chanel Allure Edition Blanche. This is just it's discontinued, so be careful. It might cost more than the actual thing. And one that got to be worn the most, it wasn't necessarily for the summer, but because there are more days here in the summer that with a temperature almost equal to the one in the spring, I got to wear a lot of D-squared wood. Have two bottles. I don't know why the 200 ml bottle looks like this, but I really like this fragrance. It's just so easy to wear. It's very safe, soapy, and soap and woods. That's what you're mainly getting with this fragrance. It performs very well on my skin. And at first, when I first tried this fragrance, I wasn't impressed at all. I was actually disappointed. But when I revisited and when I actually got to wear it properly, now I really like it. And that was it, guys. I hope I didn't get this video too long. I hope you understand and understood every word I said, even though sometimes I didn't actually pull out the exact words I was trying to say. But one last thing, I'm still hoping for some really good summer days to get to wear some other summer fragrances which I absolutely love and didn't get to wear, like this one, Aqua di Parma Colonia Essenza. I absolutely love this fragrance, but I didn't actually find the days to wear it. And that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long. I hope you didn't get too bored. And until the next video, keep smelling great.